Hey guys, today I am finally sharing my hamster's diet with you, but I want to make super clear at the start, this is not a what to feed your hamster video, and I am not advising that you feed your hamsters this exact same diet, as you really should understand exactly what you're choosing to feed your pet before making dietary decisions. Diet is a topic that I personally find quite intimidating because of just how important it is. So if you need to learn about hamster nutrition, please become a member of a hamster forum if you aren't already. They have a wealth of information and resources to help you learn how to provide your hamster with a healthy, balanced diet, how to choose a good muesli mix, foods to avoid, etc. Anyway, moving on to my two hamsters. I currently have a Syrian and a winter white dwarf, and their diets are pretty similar with just a few small differences. I don't have a fixed schedule for when I feed them dry food, I simply wait until they've emptied their dishes on their own. I found this helps to reduce picky eating habits, which is really important. My hamsters usually take 2 to 3 days to empty their bowls, so they get topped up about 3 times a week. If you do choose to use this method, please be careful not to leave the dry food sitting for more than 3 days, as it will start to go stale after that point. The muesli mix I'm currently using is Harry Hamster. It's a food I've used on and off over the last 8 years, and I've personally found it to work great as a base mix. One of the main reasons Harry Hamsters remain top of my choice list is because of its 18% protein content. Unfortunately, many commercial hamster foods do not contain enough protein for hamsters. Full-grown adults need between 17 to 20% protein, and younger hamsters often need more, and it should be a mix of both animal and plant proteins, keeping in mind that hamsters are omnivores and not herbivores. A downside of this food is that the fibre content is a little low for my liking at just 6%. Although it's still within the average healthy range, I personally prefer my hamsters to have a lot more to keep their digestive system healthy. So I supplement the fibre with fresh vegetation, which we'll talk about later. I feed a couple of teaspoons of Harry Hamster as the base, and I try to make sure the contents of each bowl are balanced. So, for example, if there are too many flakes and no biscuits, I'll swap some things over. The mix includes pumpkin seeds, but they're pretty big for hamsters, so I just give them one each. Next, I add a 1/4 teaspoon of flax and chia mixed together. Both of these seeds have fantastic nutritional benefits, but need to be fed in moderation. A pinch of each 2 to 3 times a week is plenty. Then I add a 1/4 teaspoon of white sunflower seeds. They also have black sunflower seeds, but these are already in the Harry Hamster mix. For my dwarf osmium, I give a heaped 1/4 teaspoon of dried freshwater shrimp. These are a lower fat alternative to mealworms, but they still provide plenty of animal protein. Iodine hates dried insects and crustaceans, so she doesn't get any, but it's okay as she gets extra protein elsewhere. Each hamster gets a low sugar meat-based dog biscuit. Not only does this help again with protein, but is also great for their teeth. Continuing with the protein boosts, I sprinkle debittered brewer's yeast powder over the food, which is also a great source of B vitamins. If you want to learn more about the benefits of yeast for hamsters, I have an entire video covering the topic on my channel. Finally, for dry food, they each get a monkey nut. Now, breaking through the shell can be hard work, but that's what's beneficial about it. Working for their food has a positive effect on a hamster's brain and emotions, which can help fight boredom. The harder they work, the more rewarding it is when they get the food. So that's dry food covered. Next, we'll move on to the fresh food. My hamsters get fresh food 2 to 3 times a week. Fresh fruit and fresh vegetables are great for fibre as well as vitamins and other healthy nutrients. I feed a little of whatever we have in our fridge that day, so in these bowls they have courgette, bell peppers, peas, broccoli, carrot, cucumber and dried coriander. On screen are some other fresh vegetation that they get fed regularly. Finally, a few other foods that I regularly feed my hamsters include scrambled or hard-boiled egg, porridge, baby food, plain cooked fish, and wholemeal pasta. So that's my hamster's current diet. I do try to provide plenty of variation in the food types themselves, and as well as bowl feeding, they also have food puzzles and get scatter fed to encourage natural foraging habits. Don't forget, if you need to learn about hamster nutrition and how to feed your hamsters a healthy, balanced diet, make sure you join a hamster forum. And if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up. You can also share it with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye!